G'day guys, we've got something really special here today, and if you've seen the last video you might have been waiting for this. We have an Australian Defence Force Combat Ration One Man, or a CR1M. Now this was very kindly sent in by my good buddy Gundog and his buddy in Australia called Bushmaster, and this was a complete surprise until I opened up the pack last week. So these are pretty rare to come by. The Australian Defence Force seems to, I don't know, be a little bit perhaps tighter on the control of these rations. You just can't find them easily, so I'm super excited about this. Thanks Gundog, thanks Bushmaster. Now the CR1M is a 24-hour ration for one person, and you know, along the similar lines as the New Zealand ORP operational ration pack. This one is packaged a bit nicer than the New Zealand ORPs, in that it actually is, you know, totally heat sealed and is in a printed bag. The ORP from New Zealand is just stuffed into a bag and, you know, folded down with a bit of tape, so it's pretty funny. What we'll find in here is actually a lot of products that were made in New Zealand. You know, we're only 3 hours away, and our tastes are pretty similar, so it makes sense to source much of these components from the same place. Well, let's crack in. Can't pull these things apart, so in with the knife.
Knife. That's a knife.
Here we go. It's all nice and nice and neatly packed in there. There's definitely going to be a method to how they pack these things in when they're packaging them. But without further ado. I haven't done a 24-hour ration for a wee while, so you always forget just how much stuff is in there. There's a lot. Now Bushmaster did mention that you know, this was a fairly old pack. I'm just looking at some of the dates here. We got the noodles packed in early 2010. But one thing that drew my attention pretty quick is this can of diced pears and syrup. Now I don't know if you can see, but if you can just see the top here, how it's bowed out, like it's yeah, you can probably see it better there. It's actually sitting out proud and is quite tough. I think there's a bit of pressure going on in here. This yellow stuff, as we found out I think from Gundog's review, just appears to be the residue, the glue left over from the original commercial packaging, I'd say. But yeah, that's going to be fairly interesting. It's made in Aussie. Do we have a date there? 2011. Yep. Alright, so let's check it out. So I already know we've got our beef noodles, fairly crunched up. So from New Zealand. Got pears, strawberry fruit grains, that's from 2009. Again, it's a New Zealand. Tube of sweetened condensed milk. This is great stuff. And manufactured in Aussie, but looks like packaged in New Zealand. Chocolate drink, October 09. apricot coconut ration bar. Some beef soup. It's one of the entrees. Don't hide the fact at all there that that's from New Zealand. It's huge print. Chili con carne. The other entree here is, what have we got? Beef minced with spaghetti. Tropical fruits ration bar. Some Scotch finger biscuits. Tube of the yeast extract. This is most likely, well, it's hard to say. It's going to be one or the other of Vegemite or Marmite. This is a little bit of a departure from what the New Zealand ORP had in my pack, which was a, just a normal sachet, basically. Squeeze it out of the little flat pack, but this has a nice little tube. Tin of cheese, processed cheddar, 2010. Some crisp bread biscuits. They actually feel pretty good shape. Chocolate, a couple of chocolate bars. Okay, these are well, I guess it's broken in there, but this one feels a little bit more odd. Been pulverized a wee bit, so I think we'll find, given the age, that these are going to be looking pretty funky. Will taste just fine. Forest Fruits ration bar. Candy chocolates. Be similar to M&M's, I think. High Energy Sports Drink Powder, orange. This does not feel much like a powder anymore. It's quite solid. The old scourer for cleaning up your mess kit. It comes in its own little plastic bag, which the New Zealand ORP didn't. Fruit spread, raspberry, would be jam. Neat spoon. This feels like pretty good quality, actually. It's nice and solid. I'd say, definitely equal to the US MRE spoon in general quality and feel. Should be matches. Yep. The two different types. Water resistant. And the striker, I don't know where that had been. I think it had come off. Yeah, perhaps it went like that. There we go. And we got the sort of brew kit accessory pack, which contains instant coffee. That's gone pretty solid. So we got 2 instant coffees, some tomato ketchup, nice big packet of tissues, barbecue sauce, that's good, salt, pepper, 2 packs of spearmint candies, which will be like possibly like lifesavers, but they don't feel like they've got a hole in the middle. Some nice mints. A couple of packs of juicy fruit chewing gum, and there are 4 pieces in each pack. Two tea bags, 4 sugars, actually 8 sugars, wow. And we got the information sheet here with a plastic bag to very thoughtfully reseal up the stuff that you don't eat. So, no good for people with food allergies. It was all over the front of the pack as well. Consists of 2 main meals, a midday snack and a number of sundry items. So that's interesting. It suggests the 2 main components be used for breakfast and evening meals. Okay. Yep, talking about heating up. Condensed milk becomes a bit funny if you leave it in a bit of heat. Avoid food poisoning. Drink plenty of water. Salt. There's quite a lot here actually. Disposal of litter. Different coloured paper tags are contained in all ration packs. The coloured paper tags have been included as a quality control measure during packaging. Tags are also useful in the field as markers and model items. Okay, I wondered what that was. I've got a little pink slip. And all the different menu options here. We have menu G, so there's a total of 8 menu options. And it might actually tell us. Okay, it just says yeast extract, so we don't know yet whether that's Vegemite or Marmite. And you've got all of the ingredients and nutritional information for everything. Oh, some good reading there. So there we have it, guys. A massive amount of food here. And not too dissimilar to the New Zealand ORP in terms of general makeup and contents. What I'm not seeing here is a natural breakfast dish. It does say in the material here to treat one of these entrees as breakfast and then have the other one for dinner. And one thing that I did forget to mention, and I'll treasure forever, is this. This is a Fred. So it stands for effing ridiculous eating device. Well, that's how it's affectionately known as anyway. And it's a multi-purpose tool. You've got your little spoon here. You've got a can opener, very similar to a P38. And you've also got a bottle opener. And a punched hole in there so you can hang it off whatever you want. This is cool. I'll definitely be using this after this review. Thanks. What we also see here is one of these tags that it was talking about. Looks like Nathan was responsible for packing this one, so thanks Nathan. Looks like you got it right. So let's look at how we'll portion this out for the day. So this is how I'd personally split it up. This would be my breakfast with the chili con carne. It is a little bit odd, the sauces that they give. We've got a ketchup and we've got a barbecue sauce. Neither of which kind of fit in with beef and meatballs or the chili con carne. So I guess you do what you like with it. Have it with the noodles perhaps. But that's what I'd go for. We've got salt, pepper, crisp bread biscuits, and with those I'd have the yeast extract, Marmite with Vegemite. Go for a high energy sports drink, get a bit of a kickstart to the day, and this would be obviously potentially not drunken all at breakfast. You put it in your canteen and have it throughout the day. Coffee and tea, sugar, strawberry fruit grains, chocolate, apricot coconuts ration bar, some spearmint lollies, and the juicy fruit. What I do find interesting is in a lot of rations you get sort of sugar-free dental type gum, and I believe that, yeah, main ingredient sugar there, so it's just a little bit odd that they you know, wouldn't include sugar-free gum for you know, if you can't get your toothbrush out. There we go, so that's breakfast. So for lunch it'll be the beef noodles with beef soup, the forest fruits ration bar, the Scotch finger biscuits and the fruit spread or jam to have with those, another chocolate bar, we've got some more mints, tea and coffee, sugar, and again some more gum. We've got the remaining entree, beef minced with spaghetti, ketchup that I may or may not put in it, depending on taste, canned cheese, tropical fruits ration bar, sweetened condensed milk, which I'd probably put on the ration bar as well, in addition to using it as a sweetener and a whitener for all of the teas and coffees throughout the day, diced pears for dessert, cocoa, and some candy chocolates. Now the cheese, I would probably save some of the crackers from the earlier meal and you know, have those with this cheese, but other than that it's quite nice just straight out of the can as well. What are you rascals doing?